one who gets the taxes to the accountant. I see how the money was dispersed from the family account. And there was enough money outside of the debts and our daily expenses that was spent on other things. And I'm just saying, if we were prioritizing like we did when we bought other houses, we could pay off the land.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Tuesday, January 10th, 2023, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. All right, listen, this morning was working on a different story when Kody and Mary put out that weird statement about how they're terminating their marriage. Some of you in the comments were hilarious. One of you said Janelle and Kody are separated, Mary is terminated, and Christine is divorced. It's like each one of the wives gets a different term. So one of the wives that has been the most vocal about the amount of money that she has given to the family with getting nothing in return is Janelle Brown. And there was a story that was starting to get headway in the press, and I had a feeling it was going to start going viral. And then suddenly Mary and Kody's statement came out, basically slamming People magazine about their false split, which turned out wasn't false. It was true. Anyways, I mean, what part of it was false, Mary? Anyways, an article that was published by Radar Online that still is like kind of sticking in the background, it hasn't gotten a lot of headway yet because of this news, was about a potential lawsuit that could be on the horizon for Kody Brown by some of his wives who have left him, who want their money back. So this is a little bit confusing because first off, they were never married. They were just never legal wives. So how would this even work? They willingly gave the money. These are the things I can't answer. But a new article by Radar says, Sister Wives, Kody Brown's exes gearing up with lawyers seeking spousal support from father of 18 as everyone takes sides. So the narrative is that the family is divided. And this was interesting because in Kody and Mary's statement, they said that they were committed to bridging any gaps or, repairing any relationships, which I'm not quite sure what relationships need to be repaired on Mary's end, but Kody sure has burned a lot of bridges. So once that came out, nobody is now talking about this, but I don't want to forget about the truth. I don't want to get stuck in the deflection central of a narcissist that is Kody Brown. So first off, we can't verify if this is actually factually true. It's coming from Radar Online, but let's talk about what the article says, and then I can give you a little bit of a tidbit about some details I got from a source about last week that kind of line up with this, although not exactly, but sort of. Let's dive into Kody is going to end up in poverty, maybe, if Janelle takes him to the cleaners. Before we dive into that, can you do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also, subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and turn those notifications on so you know when I go live or new content loads. And always make sure to comment if you have something to say. Always share this video with some friends. Let's talk about this article, and then I'll tell you about something that I heard from someone that contacted me last week. So the article says that some of his exes are allegedly seeking legal representation after 3 of the 4 wives' marriages have fizzled out. So this is what it says. They're arming up with lawyers to get back what they feel is rightfully theirs, the insiders claimed, referring to the former flames Christine, Janelle, and Mary. Now, I'm not sure if Mary Brown is now a part of this, given that she just literally put out this statement about how she's going through this with kindness, and she doesn't want anyone to speak negatively about Kody. So that seems like she might be trying to distance herself or separate herself from Christine and Janelle, as she always has. Christine and Janelle, though, I do think might go this route. That's just my gut. The TLC personality divorced first wife Mary in 2014, blah, blah, blah. There is no shortage of relationship drama. So it goes into like the different breakups. Christine and Kody broke up in 2021. But this is what it says. Insiders claim that Christine, Janelle, and Mary are now considering their options when it comes to getting back what they feel is rightfully theirs. So this is what it said. like the money they gave Robyn so that they could have the nice $900,000 house. The trio is also trying to find a legal loophole, according to the insiders, to get Kody to pony up for spousal support. They think he's been holding out and lining his own pockets. They don't trust him. Now, the person that's been the most vocal about the money that was given to Kody and Robyn for the down payment has been Janelle. She even brought it up again at the tell-all. So the fact that Mary now is putting out this statement with Kody basically saying we are we're committed to bridging gaps and restoring relationships in this family that have been left in disrepair. We are committed to kindness and respect towards each other and all our family and all members of our family. And we are also committed to the continued healing of any and all relationships within the family so that we can move forward with forgiveness, grace, and love. Okay, so Kody wants everyone to be happy because he certainly doesn't want to end up in the poverty house, which is what he said he's afraid of. So they can certainly not speak for everyone else. They can only speak for themselves. And so this might be Mary saying she's committed to Kody. And she also, in her comments, in her post, said that she didn't want to hear any negativity about Kody. They have looking at legal loopholes about spousal support and mostly about that money that they gave to Robyn for her house. Okay, so I did some sleuthing back into this season, and there were several times during the season that Janelle was hinting that there was some unhappiness about how money was being spent by the family. There was an episode when she said that she was the one that does the taxes, and she noticed through the family account that money was being spent on. The impression I got was that like people were spending money on things sort of frivolously outside of like their monthly expenses, and had they not spent that money, they would have the money to pay Janelle for the land. So pay the land off for Janelle, if that makes sense.
I'm the one who gets the taxes to the accountant. I see how the money was dispersed from the family account. And there was enough money outside of the debts and our daily expenses that was spent on other things. And I'm just saying, if we were prioritizing like we did when we bought other houses, we could pay off the land.
And her thing is like, I made a commitment to you I gave you my money for the down payment. I gave 50% of the equity that I have in my home from Vegas to Robyn. And then we took some money out of the family account. And your promise to me was that we would pay off Coyote Pass and build here, right? There was another time that Kody had said that it's not about finding the money. We were able to find the money when we needed Robyn's house, but it's about having the money. So Kody said that he did not have the money to pay off the lot. In the same breath, though, he was trying to convince Janelle to buy Christine's house, I'm assuming as a means of getting out of having to pay her for Coyote Pass. So if she would have bought the house at Christine's house, she would not have been worried about getting this lot paid off, and she would have had to take out her own mortgage to qualify without Kody so that it wouldn't be his responsibility, and then she would have an investment. That didn't work, right? So she didn't want to buy it because one, she said she could not qualify to have a home at Coyote Pass and Christine's house, obviously. So she wanted to build at Coyote Pass, and Coyote was like, and Kody was like, well, we don't have the money. And then it was like, well, I'm not going to help her because I don't respect her, and she hasn't been doing anything for me, and she went behind my back, and she's too independent. And that's sort of where you're too independent, you do things without talking to me situation happened. She also brought up at the tell-all the same thing. So this is something that is clearly on Janelle's mind and on her heart. Like, I want this lot. I want this money. We gave you this money. I want you to make good on what it was that you promised. And she said that to Suki, that they had made commitments, and she is asking them to make good on that commitment. This was sort of legalese to me that says, like, if you don't, in my mind, make good on this commitment, there are legal options she could take. Say they had an agreement, whether it was a contract or an oral agreement, that if you give us this money for this, we will help and pay off the lot for Coyote Pass and help you build your home. That if a verbal agreement between parties, if it was all agreed upon, could certainly stand up in court. Obviously, a written contract is better, but if they can all agree that a verbal contract was made, that could be enough in a court of law. She could seemingly go for fraud, maybe. Spousal support will be tricky because Arizona does not recognize common law marriages, and if he were to recognize common law marriages, then Kody would be admitting to bigamy, which is again against the law, so he could be prosecuted for bigamy. So they're not likely to do spousal support. And even in another episode, Janelle flat out said that she had put herself in a really precarious situation because all the properties at Coyote Pass had everyone else's name on it. And so if she wanted to walk away from the family or if she wanted to leave, she had no money to herself to be an independent woman. So all of her assets were tied up with other people.
I have gotten myself in a very stupid position as far as an independent woman. If I were to leave or want to leave right now, I would have no estate. I have nothing to leave to my kids. My hands are completely tied because everything I have asset-wise has everybody else's name on it too.
Robyn was trying to say, well, that's not true, but all of our names are on all the different properties. Factually, she's lying because Robyn actually owns the home herself without having anyone else's names on it. And she actually owns property with Kody outside of Janelle and Mary. Robyn and Kody have finagled their way to getting women off of the lands, and it's all in their names. A lot of fans have speculated that this was part of the plan to get them moved away from Vegas, have them sell their homes, take their equity from their homes, and then little by little whittle them out of the family to leave them with the properties at Coyote Pass along with their home. A lot of fans have also noticed that there's 5 pieces of lot that Kody wants to subdivide the property into 5 lots, and Robyn has 5 kids, and then she could stay in her house, which is less than a mile from Coyote Pass. But the interesting thing is Christine and Janelle, are they willing to sue Kody for this? Now, Christine's money isn't a factor in it, but there is some questions about how the money was divided for TLC. So here's the thing. Gwendolyn Brown on her Patreon had revealed that the money for the show actually went into a family account, and then it was supposed to be divided amongst the family and spent on family expenses. It was never supposed to be simply just for Kody and for Robyn. Well, Janelle is seeming to imply that Kody and Robyn could have been spending the money from this account that wasn't approved by the family. Do you see what I'm saying here? And if they had a contract that they were supposed to be paid and an agreement that this money was supposed to be for them, they seriously could have a wage claim situation where they could actually sue Kody for money for payment for their time on the show. TLC likely has one contract with the family in Kody's name, and it's paid to an LLC and then is supposed to be dispersed to the family members. I have stated repeatedly on this channel that I think this is criminal for a criminal and illegal. It's a loophole. I feel like it's criminal though for an employer to pay people to be on a show and not pay them. Okay, so they're not technically an employer, but they are contractors, and they're saying we will pay your family to be on this show. They don't do independent contracts with the kids. Gwendolyn Brown has said she does not have a contract for the show. She can say whatever she wants, and she has never been paid. That means each one of the kids, much like Jill Duggar could go to an attorney and sue him for at least minimum wage and have either TLC or Kody be forced to pay them for their time on the show for the work that they did for the show. Kody has been profiting off the women and the kids for more than 12 years, and if they haven't been paid, they could have a legal case against him for non-payment of wages or a wage claim. So wage claims are tricky though because they only pay you minimum wage. It sucks. Either way, Kody does have some cause for concern. And so if Janelle and Christine are looking at how was the money spent, were they spending our money on other things, this could be a situation of fraud. So I don't know that spousal support will happen. That would be really hard. And they said that the legal loophole would be tough, right? So let me just end this with this. I got a message last week from a woman that is associated with the Brown family, and they said that there has been discussion. This isn't all alleged, obviously, but apparently there could have been some discussion that, people found out that Robyn was spending money from the family account and using it as a piggy bank. Now, Robyn does like to shop, and so does Kody. With that, a lot of the money in the family account is gone, which Janelle just told you on the show. In that, the money is gone. This has caused a lot of issues within the family because they felt like Kody and Robyn were spending money of the show instead of giving it to them and spending it for the family. So that kind of lines up with they feel that Kody is lining his pockets, okay? and that there has been some confusion about if they can get that money back, okay? And on top of that, they're upset because they feel like the whole situation allegedly that they got into in Flagstaff was done from a dishonest place where they maybe never intended to actually build there. So that was sort of the alleged stuff from the source. Now, there was a lot of discussions and a lot of concern about legal action that could be taken by Robyn against Kody, because apparently there could have been a confrontation, allegedly, where they talked to Kody and Robyn about this and about spending the money, and that apparently didn't go over very well. And there was some suggestions that when this all went down, Robyn basically told Kody that, you know, you can go spend time with them and I'll sue you and take everything from you. So again, alleged. So she's the legal wife and her name is literally on everything. So whether or not this is true, I don't know. Whether or not what Radar is saying is true, but now this is two separate sources kind of telling me the same thing, that there's some questions about money, there's some lining of the pockets, and they want their money back. Well, how much money was given to Robyn in order for her to put the down payment down on the house? I looked up property records, and when they purchased the house back in August of 2019, the family down payment for the house was $222,500. Janelle says that she gave her half of what she got from Vegas. I don't know what that is. And then the rest came from the family account and Mary. So $222,000, which apparently has not been recouped into the family account. And Kody says they don't have the money in order for Janelle to pay off the property at Coyote Pass. Lots of questions about what's happening at Coyote Pass. I spoke to a neighbor a couple weeks ago, and they said the Coyote Pass property has been completely emptied. So they previously had a bunch of like trailers on there and equipment, and it's all gone. And that made them think that there might be a potential that the property might be going up on the market at some point. But I would expect that if there are any legal fights, it's going to be with regard to Janelle and Kody, because she, unlike Christine, didn't have the money shored up, and everything was like connected. And Kody is not the kind of person that likes to give up his money because he said he's scared of poverty, right? Christine was smart and she was able to walk away. But Christine and Janelle, if they haven't been paid for their time on the show, they probably, this is why, have set up their own LLCs. And this could be why they all divided into different LLCs this spring as they gear up for payment from TLC, because they might want to be paid, and rightfully so. So this could get sticky. It could get really ugly. And that statement by Kody and Mary could be Mary trying to say, I'm not a part of that. That's not us. That's not me. So this could just be Janelle and Christine. I don't know. But wouldn't it be interesting if they were able to get back the money that they were rightfully owed and maybe sue them for fraud, maybe sue them for back pay or wage claim him for their time on TLC, or sue them for fraud for stealing family money, or fraud for moving under false pretenses, knowing full well that they never intended to build there. There could be a myriad of different things, and that's why having the right attorney is going to be key for the ladies if they do go this route. All right, and as I was just finishing up editing for this video, InTouch drops an article, and they claim that these claims of them getting alimony or child or spousal support are BS. So this is what InTouch says. And InTouch actually has this wrong, because they claim that the statement made by Mary and Kody has to do with these things related to the Radar Online statements. But Mary says the false press release was People magazine. This is what InTouch said. It says, sister wives Mary, Janelle, and Christine are not seeking spousal support following their splits with Kody Brown, a source exclusively tells InTouch. This is such BS, says the insider, adding that multiple reports claiming that Kody's exes will receive alimony are not true at all. So none of the reports actually said that they would receive alimony. In fact, they just said that they were considering going for spousal support, but they're saying that they are claiming that they will receive it. No one said that they would receive anything. And it says the reports surfaced shortly before Mary addressed the timeline of her and Kody's separation, and where they made the statement. Now that's, again, we're not clear, but Mary on her Instagram said that she was addressing an article by People magazine that related to their split, that they said that she confirmed the split, and she said that that was false. Radar Online says that they're looking into it. These InTouch says it's totally BS. Kody and Mary are united, obviously, in that she's not going to do anything, but I still don't know whether or not Christine and Janelle might consider this as an option. There's lots of legal avenues that they could take. I've said that I don't think spousal support would be one that they could get if they wanted to sue him. Fraud or a wage claim would be the best route to go. InTouch says this is BS. Radar Online says their sources say this is happening. I have sources that say that Robyn is spending money. Janelle's talking about the money online. Janelle says in the tell-all that she wants her money back. So I don't know. This could end up in court, but I don't know. Christine, maybe. Janelle, maybe. I don't think Mary's likely, though. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.